Am I going to choose to see something that uplifts my mood, makes me happy, teaches me something I can apply to my life? Or am I going to choose to see something that is, I don't know, like negative, not teaching me anything? I feel like this is a waste of time. So I would just say focus on whatever brings you happiness and choose those subjects to watch, to listen to.
बस खुद की सुनता बातें ये नादानी से है नाते ये मुर्रादा आते जाते ये दिल को कहता ये राते ये वो देखे हैं आंखों में किस्मत की आंखें डाले हवा के कानों में जाके कहे किस्मत कितनी है दिल ये जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है जिद्दी है दिल ये जिद्दी है
Okay.
So hey guys, this is Shoaib and I'm back with another interview, and I'm lucky to have Annabel for another interview today. So Annabel, have you like adopted any new hobby during this lockdown time?
A new hobby. Yeah, I guess so. I've been reading a lot more, reading more books. We do that with Kabir, and I have definitely picked up on cooking. My food is a lot more interesting.
Yeah, right now the lockdown thing is going on. So, and in terms of training, what has changed? Are you still in uh, whatever training are you right now introducing while the on this lockdown period on this time?
Hmm. Did I tell you about my training last time? I can't remember what I said last time.
Yeah, it was a bit. I think it has changed right now, right? In this lockdown period.
I can't remember what did I tell you the last time that we were on the interview? Did I tell you that I was training at home?
No, it was before the lockdown. We did that interview.
Oh, it was before the lockdown. Okay. TK, so yeah, I've been training at home now. It's been 2 months. I only have 2 sets of dumbbells. So my lightest weight is 5 pounds. And then I can adjust to like 15, 10, 25, 20. And the heaviest that I can go is 30 pounds on each side. So I do full body training sessions. It's 1 day on, 1 day off. So training, rest, training, rest, training, rest. And then on the training days, like I said, it's full body. So I'll start off with a couple of exercises for legs, and then I will move on to upper body.
Okay. Has the repetitions increased, like from that time to now?
Yeah, because I can't hit the 8 to 10 rep range or like lower end. It's really hard because these are really light weights. And the only way that I can make an exercise harder is tempo and added resistance bands. So majority of my exercises are in the higher end of the rep range, like 10 to 20, let's say.
And in terms of diet, it has changed. Like, are you still on a prep mode? Are you prepping for like any future shows that can happen?
No. So my show was supposed to happen in May, right? May 16th. And then it got pushed until August. And then 1 week later, it got pushed to September. So I want to say 6 weeks out, maybe 6 weeks out for my show. And then we had to make a new plan because I can't be in a deficit for that long if I'm going to step on stage in September. It's not sustainable. I'm going to look terrible. So what we did, we reverse dieted. I think it's been almost, like 2 months since I've been on my reverse diet. So that just means that we start including more food slowly. We start reducing cardio and reducing steps. So remove the caloric deficit. So we did that, and I'm in such a good position. Like, my body looks so much better now than it did in the beginning of prep. So I'm so excited to start my prep now. But yeah, we did a reverse diet, and now I'm in this maintenance phase. So I'm not in the surplus. I'm not gaining weight like crazy. I've been stabilized right
Like on
now.
a maintenance calories diet, right? On a maintenance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, we did the last interview.
The thing is, I can't. We have to be realistic. My coach can't put me on a surplus now because what's the point? I'm gonna step on stage in September. If she puts me in a surplus, it's gonna be me gaining unnecessary body fat. So as long as I'm feeling good, I'm strong, we're in a good place. There's no need to increase because there's not going to be any major changes that I can make in quarantine.
Right. Actually, the interview that we had last time was just 6 to 7 weeks before your New York Pro that you are going to compete.
Yeah.
So, Annabelle, one thing is that you were prepping for a show at that point. Shows got cancelled, as also your old account got hacked, right? So, did it like mentally affect you, and how do you think someone should mentally tackle such situations where you work so hard for something and it just goes or does not happen?
I know. That was terrible. I have to laugh so I don't cry. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it was not the easiest thing at all. 4 years of my work there, and I really had hope that I was gonna get the account back. So I think that's why I didn't post initially that much because I was waiting to get Annabelle Fit back. But once the reality fell through and I understood, okay, I'm not gonna get my account back. It's deleted. It's gone. I did have like a little bit of a dip. I wasn't motivated to post my journey anymore. I didn't want to build up the following. But Khabib was like, Annabelle, don't see it as trying to get a number of followers. Just see it as you sharing your journey again, because that's what you love doing, right? And I was like, okay, TK, you're fine. You're right. So I just put that aside. Things happen in life, and if I let that affect me, it's gonna do more harm to me than anybody else. So why am I going to choose to see the situation as a negative, right? So I'm just always trying to see the positive in every situation, even if it's shows getting canceled, last minute changes, losing my account. It always happens for a reason. I truly believe that. So I think that's what helps me stay motivated. So the one advice that I could give people is just try and choose to see the positive in every situation. It doesn't make sense now, but later down the line, it'll make sense.
And Annabelle, what do you think? Like, how much is being mentally fit important than being physically fit?
Oh, extremely important. Because everything, like how you are up here, reflects everything in your life. Not only the physical, like working out, but it affects your relationships, your friendships, everything. It's so important to be in a good place mentally. And this quarantine has been bringing out so many different emotions for different people and lots of ups and downs. You tend to overthink. You have so much free time. You don't know what to do at that time. You're alone with your thoughts. So a lot of people have been experiencing this in like a not so great way. But I think it's an opportunity for us to actually reflect, be self-aware, understand what are our thoughts, why are we thinking like this, and try to work on that.
Right. Actually, this time is actually bad for the fitness industry also. We lost so many people, like Luke, and condolences to Luke and his family. That was Annabelle, as an athlete.
Yeah.
As an athlete, how this lockdown thing is affecting, in terms of business or in terms of business, yeah. Like an athlete, I think for an athlete, it's really important to have a sponsorship because that's one of the main sources for the income, right? So, how it is affecting the business in terms of an athlete.
Honestly, it affected so much. I was sponsored by HF Series, right? And yeah, they were my first paid like sponsors. So it was really good. It was important to me because, like you said, it's a source of my income. But what happened because of coronavirus, they're not making as many sales. Ooh, sorry, they're not making as many sales. They have to prioritize the people who work in the factories, and they need to give money to those people, not to the athletes. So what happened with HF? They put a pause on every athlete's contract, and they're not paying anybody anymore. So it kind of sucks because you depend on that. You depend on that for your monthly stack and just your lifestyle. It's a very expensive lifestyle if you eat very well, and yeah, it's not cheap basically to be in the sport. But it also gave me motivation to just push more for my business, and like the sport will bring you as much as you give it in return. As in, if you were to just sit and wait for sponsorships, there's not that much like scope, or there's not that much money that you'll be getting. Whereas if you were to turn like an opportunity. So for example, I have a business called Onamission, right? The online coaching. So I really focused on that because this quarantine just shows me how uncertain sponsorships are. They will go on and off my entire life. I can't depend on that. That's not stable. So if I want something stable, I need to make something of my own. So that's what the quarantine woke me up to. It's like, screw the sponsorships. If it comes, it's a plus, but you should not depend on that. So I really worked hard on the online coaching, and it's actually picked up. I'm so surprised because you would think that quarantine, no gym, people would come up with excuses, no one would want online coaching, but it's actually really good and it's picking up.
What was your main goal behind this starting of this On a Mission project?
It was just to be the person that I wish I had when I was younger. Like, I wish I had someone guide me when I was 16, 17, 18. I had no idea what I was doing. So I'm just trying to be that to other people.
Right. So Annabelle, most people in today's time want to get into this fitness industry, but they don't know how to get into this and make a career out of it. So, what do you think someone should do when they're looking for a way to get into this fitness industry, to make money through it, to make it a career?
Like I said, I don't think that anyone should depend on sponsors. I think if you're into bodybuilding, do it because you love it. It's your passion, and you can't imagine your life without it. Done. That is a separate thing. Don't go in starting, I'm going to start a fitness Instagram. I want to have 100K followers. If you do that, you're not going to get anywhere in life. Literally. It's not going to bring you anything. I think that if you want to get into the fitness industry, you want to get your name known, you want to be a competitor, cool. Focus on you. Document your journey because people love seeing that. People love seeing the start, what you're doing, how you're eating, what your mindset is like. Be as real as possible. Be authentic. That's what people like. Don't try and be someone you're not. I think that's a mistake that people make with social media. So just be genuine, document everything, and just put yourself out there. And then the only things that I can think of right now that you can enter the fitness industry and try to like make more money besides the sponsorships would be online coaching, would be to create a brand, maybe like a clothes brand or a meal prep company, or I don't know, gym equipment, things related in the industry, but like try and create a business for that.
Even today, YouTube is another great business, a source to make money. If
Of
you,
course. Of course. Yeah.
many bodybuilders are right now starting.
But the thing is, it takes time too, because YouTube is all about the views and all about the following. And like, if you want to make money off of YouTube, you're going to have to put in the work. And you're probably not going to make money the first 2 years. You need to put in the content. Just like Instagram, no one's going to know you the first month that you document your journey, but you have to be consistent with anything that you do. And you also have to put in time and understand that it's going to take like a year or two for people to know you and for you to start getting some kind of money from it.
Even TikTok, I don't think it's a best way to make your name, but if you put content, you can make, I think.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So, and Annabelle, do you think that for being a coach, a good coach, do you think a coach is made with certifications or with knowledge? What's main?
Yeah, I would say like knowledge gained through experience. Because certification is only going to teach you the basics, right? But if you actually go through trial and error, try things on yourself, try things on others. I when I first started online coaching, I actually gave away. I did free coaching for 2, 3 people just to see, like, if I can actually do it. Be my guinea pig. I want to have experience. Like, you're my first client. I'm not going to charge you. So sometimes you need to do things like that. Um, yeah, but I think it's all experience. Experience. Some of the greatest coaches don't even have that many certifications, or they've never even gone to university, but the experience that they have is incredible.
So
Okay.
the thing is, Annabelle, one last question is like, what would your suggestions in terms of reading books during this period of time, or movies, or anything that the people can watch and learn or get motivated during this time?
Uh, I think just like what you eat, um, hold on. Let me try and gather my thoughts. What am I trying to say? Just like what you eat affects your body, right? What kind of music you listen to, what kind of books you read, what things you watch, they also influence you. And I always believe that, like, you need to, does this sound too hippie? I just want to say that I think it's really important for you to choose wisely what you read. Like, am I going to choose to see something that uplifts my mood, makes me happy, teaches me something I can apply to my life? Or am I going to choose to see something that is, I don't know, like negative, not teaching me anything? I feel like this is a waste of time. So I would just say focus on whatever brings you happiness, and choose those subjects to watch, to listen to
Actually, I
uplift
had
you, to
one more
uplift
question
your
on my
mood.
script, but actually, just before this interview, I saw your stories and I got my answer. But I'm gonna ask you one more time. Like, people today are like, I don't have this, I don't have that, so I don't want to train. I'm not motivated enough. So, what would be your one advice to them?
I would say that that's all excuses. Seriously, how come someone can say, oh, I don't have anything, I can't train, I don't have motivation, but then I can see, like, I'm not even in the worst position. I have dumbbells up to 30 pounds, but I follow people who don't even have dumbbells. And they're literally lifting with water bottles, with gas like containers, just doing all the jugad that you can think of. So it really is that quote, where there's a will, there's a way. And it's so true. If you really want this, and we have so much time in this quarantine, because I don't know why you can't take 1 hour in the day to try and train, you'll find a way to do it. And if you don't, it's just because your heart isn't there and you don't prioritize your health or your well being. Yeah.
Actually, I
Yeah.
have also been doing that. Like, I have a bag right now.
What do you think?
Actually, I have a bag right in front of me, and that was my thing for like 1 month of training. And right now, I've got some dumbbells and some things just to train, like 50 kgs only. That's the only thing I have. So, Annabelle,
It'll work. It'll work.
yeah, do you think there is anything called overtraining during this period of time?
Sorry? Sorry?
People tend to have that mind that if I do more than 1 hour or 2 hours of training, then it's called overtraining. So, do you believe that there is anything called overtraining?
I believe that training for 3 hours straight is terrible. I don't think that it's necessary. If you're in there for 3 hours, are you training hard enough? I don't think so. I strongly believe that training should be 2 hours maximum, and that's with your warm up included. I don't think that it should surpass that. There are people who probably take steroids, and I know a couple who can train for hours at the gym, and they can do that because they are assisted. But speak with a natural athlete, that's so easy for you to burn out. There is no way that I would ever be in the gym for 3 hours. So overtraining for me would be that.
Are you still taking like any kind of supplements during this time? Like, are you including supplements like pre workout or anything like this?
sometimes pre-workout, but that just ended, so I no longer have pre-workout. And I have whey, but I don't drink shakes. I always make recipes with whey. Like one of my meals in the day will have that. And then just normal vitamins like a B complex, vitamin D3.
Right, right.
Hmm.
So as I said,
Yeah.
I have only
Yeah.
one question, but I took four more questions because I whenever I talk with Annabel, there is so much to learn. And you know, if you really wants to learn something, go to her account. She makes great cooking recipes. You will find there. Her lives are something you can watch and read and learn something from. So thank you, Annabel, for this interview. I will put down is her last account was hacked. I will put down the link to her new account that will be in the description box. Go and follow her. Thank you, Annabel.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize our conversation was before the account got hacked.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing is like the interviews that I had, most people during this lockdown has forgot. Like when did I had the interview? And one thing that happened was I'm really telling a funny story. I had this big of a beard around this time, and one of the guys that I interviewed very long before, I Skype called him for another interview. He was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Huh.
Sir, I had an interview with you just 1 year back. Remember me? I'm Shovik. And I can't remember when I had interview with you. I don't know you. And then I removed my beard, literally.
Ah! That's too funny. It was so nice with you. I was gonna say you're much better. I've been seeing you do more interviews and you're getting very good at it.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, people watch them, but they don't want to subscribe. And I understand that.
Why? Alright guys, so if you watch this video, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button.
Thank you, Annabel, for.
And give it a thumbs up.
Can you say one last thing? Like one thing in small in Bengali, okay? Shobai.
Sorry, in Bali.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to teach you. সবাই
সবাই
এই চ্যানেলটাকে
এক চ্যানেলটাকে
সাবস্ক্রাইব
subscribe
করুন।
on what?
করুন করুন।
Kurun.
Done. Thank you, Annabel, for this interview. And I'm lucky to have, and everyone seeing this video, please like this, share with your friends, and subscribe to this channel. And also follow Annabel on Instagram, and also follow Onamission. They are doing great.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.